Our latest intelligence shows that several bot farms have managed to evade our detection for quite some time. Their stealth tactics allow them to operate largely unnoticed, but they also provide a false sense of safety. It's time for us to send these bots a message that they can't escape justice. They can't hide from A few months ago, Sir Pugger made a video exposing a free-to-play muling operation deep in the wilderness. The community drove them out of the deep wildy, and they were tracked down to their new muling location at the corners of the ditch in level 1 wilderness. I decided to head over there and investigate for myself. I found the bots were still muling there every night, just after midnight Eastern time. They spread out across a bunch of free-to-play worlds and pair up in a sort of tournament bracket to consolidate the gold down to one account. So if I can PK one of these bots, there's no telling how much gold I'll get. But since they were in level 1 wilderness, none of my accounts were able to attack them. So I had to create a new account. Introducing SWAT Sharp, because SWAT Sniper was taken. I added this account to my Bot SWAT group Iron for the 90% reduction in combat XP from PvP. So now I have a level 3 that I can use to attack these bots. But I quickly ran into another problem. Some of these bots are programmed to come back after they die and act as guards for the bots with the gold. These guards spread out so there's one guard bot on every free-to-play world. Anytime they see an account that can attack the bots, they immediately attack it, making it impossible for me to PK the bots with the gold. I killed several of these guard bots, but they don't have any loot and they just run right back after they die. So I need yet another level 3 account. This is Trenticlees, my new level 3 without any Iron Man restrictions. I gave him a cursed goblin hammer so I don't get any combat XP, and his job will be to distract the guard bot so SWAT Sharp gets a chance to attack the target. Here, I ran into yet another problem. Anytime the muling bots detect a threat, they stop fighting and run to a safe tile out of the wilderness. So I may be able to get a couple attacks in with the guard distracted, but I don't have nearly enough time to take down all 10 of the bots' hit points. But this is where I found a flaw in their programming. Instead of running straight south, the bots run several tiles east before leaving the wilderness. This may not seem significant, but it creates an opening for me to steal their gold with precise timing and a bit of RNG. Here's how it works. First, I have to scout the bots on a higher level account. They have to already be in combat, otherwise they'll hop worlds. Then I log in on Trenticlees and SWAT Sharp out of render distance of the bots. Then I wait until the loser bot is 1 to 2 hits away from dying, at which point I run in on Trenticlees. This pulls the guard's aggro and triggers the bots to run to the safe tile. But the winner bot will keep attacking the loser bot as they run east, so there's a chance it will get the kill as it's running. The winner bot will finish its run to the safe tile, but then will run back to pick up the gold. However, it runs back to the tile the loser bot was supposed to die on, so if it died while running, it runs to the wrong tile. Once the winner bot steps back into the wilderness, I can attack it on SWAT Sharp, which triggers it to run back to the safe tile without picking up the gold. Then I just keep attacking the winner bot until it logs out or the gold appears for everyone after 1 minute. Once the gold appears, I can quickly pick it up on Trenticlees. The first night I tried this method, I had 1 successful attempt and confiscated 18 mil from the bots. On the second night, I also had 1 success, but it was only for 1 mil. But on the third night, I hit the jackpot. 20 mil, holy shit. Let's go, new PR. Oh my god, 80 mil, holy shit. Apparently, I caught the bot owner's attention when I took 100 mil in a single night, because the next night I went back, they had tripled the defense budget. There were now 3 guard bots on every world instead of just 1. Plus, they fixed the flaw of the bots running east. Now they just run straight south, meaning there's no possibility of a bot getting killed on the wrong tile. Around this time, Sir Pugger posted another video about these bots and encouraged his community to try their hand at breaking them. So I figured my work here is done for the time being. After about 3 weeks, I decided to check on these bots to see if anything had changed. And to my surprise, they were gone. They must have changed either the time or the location of their muling operation. So I ran along the wilderness ditch and found a bunch of level 7s gathered north of the Grand Exchange. I followed one into the wilderness and caught them muling in Wildy level 10. At first, I thought SWAT Sharp would be my only way of PKing these bots, but then I saw one level up from 7 to 8 combat, meaning it could now be attacked by level 18s. And I just so happened to have a very strong level 18 account, SWAT Judge, my rune Warhammer Pure. So I quickly geared up SWAT Judge and rushed it out to the muling spot. I successfully got the kill, but the bot didn't drop any gold. Instead, it had a few noted rune plate bodies, med helms, and mithril plate bodies, worth about 225k in total. I don't know why they're muling with items instead of gold, but either way, that's clearly not all the money the bot was able to make in an entire day. It seems like they're muling their gold in parts to mitigate their losses from PKers, but if they're muling in parts, they're probably also muling throughout the day. So I decided to test this theory by checking the spot at noon Eastern time, 12 hours after I first found them. And sure enough, after a few world hops, I found them in the same spot north of the GE. So I logged in my other accounts and started hunting. I hunted the bots here for a couple days until I stopped being able to find them. It seems like they may have switched up their muling tactics yet again. But either way, I still managed to PK them for a total of 4.5 mil. And if you add the 123 mil I took from the mules in one wildy, that adds up to a total of 128.5 mil confiscated from free-to-play bot mules. I decided not to transfer this gold to my main since I'm worried it'll get flagged as RWT, so instead I'm just going to keep it on this account and it will become the bot busting bond budget, which I will use to bond up my other accounts and use the botter's own gold against them. In the meantime, I set my sights on another elusive bot farm in the wilderness, the Fountain of Rune. The Fountain of Rune is located in a multi-combat area in deep wilderness, and it can be used to recharge rings of wealth without any quest requirements. The bots here are typically found in small groups, usually 1 to 4 level 3s alongside one higher level. They bank at the Ferox Enclave, and the higher level controls the obelisk to get them to and from the Fountain of Rune. They can be very difficult to find since they're always on the move, but I was able to develop a somewhat efficient way to track them down. The best way to scout them is at the Ferox Enclave. They're really easy to spot when they're running to the obelisk, but they could be in the wilderness for well over a minute, so you have to wait on each world for about 90 seconds to see if they show up. At this rate, it would take hours to scout every world, so I need a way to narrow the search. Luckily, there is a gate between the level 50 obelisk and the Fountain of Rune, which means the bots will have to open it to get to their destination. So on another account, I can hop worlds at the gate, note down which worlds it's open on, and scout only those worlds at Ferox. Once I've scouted the bots, it's time to get my low-level PKer into position at the fountain. Then I just have to wait for the right moment to strike. From the moment I see the bots disappear from the obelisk at Ferox, I wait about 25 seconds and then hop to their world on my PKer. With this timing, I usually load in right as the bots are using the fountain, and then the carnage begins.
Pow.
Unfortunately, my low-level PKer doesn't have access to any multi-target attacks, so I can only pick off one bot at a time. But if I one-shot them, I can potentially get 2 or 3 before they all log out. Each kill gets me 25 rings of wealth, which is worth around 300 to 400k, depending on current prices. Not all of the bots are level 3s though. Some of them are even a high enough level that I can attack them on my pure with Ice Barrage. And I even found a pair of level 116s, which I took out using my main. I hunted these bots for about 2 weeks, and this is the total loot I managed to confiscate. I PK'd a total of 1,176 charged and 275 uncharged rings of wealth, which is worth 21.3 mil. I've also been hunting another highly elusive bot farm at Lava Dragons. Instead of using stealth, these bots evade PKers by logging out before the PKer gets a chance to attack them. They can be found all over Lava Dragon Isle, but they all use safe spots, so they don't have a logout delay from being in combat. Since they log out so fast, the only way to get them is to log in under them and spam click the tile they're on. If you attack them on the same tick that you log in, there's a chance your attack will register before their logout, allowing you to get the kill. There are 2 ways to scout these bots. The first is to scout on another account that is either too low or too high combat to attack the bots. Then you can see exactly which tile the bot is on and log in under it on your PKing account. The other way is to stand out of render distance and look for the projectiles from the bot casting spells, since the projectiles render further away than players. Then you can hop worlds, go to where the bot is, and then hop back to the bot's world. There are some bots, specifically the ones south of the island with full Zerisian robes, that only log out if you're skulled. So these ones are really easy to PK, but you have to lose skull after every kill. I hunted these bots for a little less than 2 weeks, and this is the total loot I was able to obtain. In the price checker, it adds up to just shy of 22.5 mil. Well done. Soon the botters will understand that they aren't safe anywhere in Gielinor. Let's get some rest for now. The preparations for our next mission will begin shortly.